And I won't be biased. I just feel India is looking very, very strong.
Well, I tend to agree with you on that. The Indian side of you kind of indicated have been building nicely for this World Cup. You know, it's not just one or two players. It's their bowling group with Jasprit Bumrah coming back in, Jadeja, Kuldeep Yadav, and even from a batting point of view, who's impressed you the most?
I think KL Rahul has looked the best batsman so far, and I say that keeping Virat Kohli in mind. Virat was fantastic against Australia when we were 3-3. I don't know whether Mitch Marsh has slept after that game for the next 1 week, but he's looked good. But I think KL Rahul has looked superb. He's looked in tremendous control with the bat, right from the Asia Cup when he came back after a long, long layoff, about 7-8 months. He's come back and he's played very well. Rohit Sharma against Afghanistan was at his best, his 7th World Cup 100. And as I said, Ishan Kishan got a good 40. I don't know what's the situation with Shubman Gill. This morning, I doubt whether he'll be ready, up and ready to play this game because he's just recovering from dengue. But I think in terms of class, Rahul has looked the best, and then Virat Kohli. So as I said, it's looking good. It's a nominous batting lineup, but what, as you rightly said, for me has stood up is the bowling. Jasprit Bumrah is a local boy, and he's added immensely to that bowling lineup. There's no, as you say in cricket, there's no half volleys. And just to put your feet and hit it through the covers, everything is in line. It's steaming around both ways. Both Shiraz and Bumrah has made life easy for the bowlers coming because they put so much pressure up front. So much pressure up front with the new ball that Australia or Afghanistan hasn't got away.
Yeah. So over 100,000 today in Ahmedabad. If you were captain, what would you do at the toss? Do you look at the conditions, the pitch? Do you look at the sky? Do you look at the crowd and the pressure, the atmosphere?
I think either side will bat first. I don't see them chasing unless and until there's a lot of dew in here. At this time of the year, I don't know. I haven't seen the ground last night, and I'm sure both the captains will be keeping an eye on the ground unless and until it's absolutely wet, which I doubt it will be in this part of the world at this time of the year. I think either side will want to win the toss and bat first. I hope it's a good deck. It's always been a good deck in Ahmedabad, and since the time I've played, that stadium was about 60,000. This is almost double. And I hope it's a good take and it will be a fantastic game. India-Pakistan clashes have always been outstanding, since my playing days. The first time I watched I played an India-Pakistan game was in 1996, and since then it has been a very, very keen contest. I don't look at it in any other way. I just see it to be a great contest between the bat and the ball because they produced some champions in the past. The generation I played, I remember walking out to bat with Sachin on a green top in Canada for the first time, and they had Wasim, Waqar, Shoaib, Razak. So I said, which one to play and which one to relax because they just kept coming at you. And it's a great cricketing nation too. The batting, the bowling, the excitement for the game in that part of the world is as much as it is in India. So it's going to be a fantastic cricket match and an important cricket match. Because whoever wins today will probably have it's a long tournament, 9 matches is a long way, but if whoever wins today will be in a very good position to make it to the last ball.
You mentioned your clashes against Pakistan. What's the emotion like for the players waking up knowing that they're about to play the biggest game of the tournament, to be honest, with billions of people watching and countries stopping what they're doing? What emotion is it like for a player? Take us there.
I'll tell you honestly, and I mean it from the inside of my heart. In my generation, the biggest game of the tournament was Australia.
Well said.
That's how good they were there. That's how good they were in my generation. I remember young Harbhajan Singh playing his first comeback test at Eden Gardens, and I was captain. He got 13 wickets that test match. On a good pitch, it wasn't spinning. I remember we got Australia 5 down for 195, and then Adam Gilchrist walked out. So he came up to me and said, "Yeah, sabko out kar diya, abhi dekho wo Gilchrist aa raha hai." That means, yeah, we've got everybody out, and and now we see Adam Gilchrist walking out. So that's how good you were. So during my generation, the biggest game was, in terms of quality, was Australia. Pakistan was, in terms of interest, in terms of chaos, in terms of asking for tickets, in terms of people turning out to watch. It was unbelievable, and we had some great contests. I remember my first trip to Pakistan in 2004 as captain, first time in 15 years, and it's the first time ever we won in Pakistan in both the test and the one day. So the excitement is enormous, and for me, I trained myself to take it as another game, because it was still that white or the red cricket ball coming out of the bowler's hand. And I just played the ball. I did not play the team, I did not play the pressure, I did not play the situation. And I'm sure players, the modern day players, are used to it. They're friends off the field. They mix well, they know how talented each one is. And slowly with time, that trust goes away. It's about winning the World Cup. It's about being in a good position in the World Cup, that rather than just India, Pakistan, or India, Australia, or India, South Africa. South Africa has looked a tremendous team in these two games. So it'll be a pressure game, but I think the players with time have got used to this pressure.